What is up, people? I am almost certainly real, back at it again here with 20 minutes to dawn, and I've got myself kind of a pretty cool build here for you guys. So this is HINA with the grenade launcher, and she's got herself this little summon thing. It's also a dash, but I mostly care about the summon, and that does our attack damage kind of in an AoE, and it's a little bit broken. I'm not going to be able to show you quite how broken it is yet. We need a couple more upgrades. Oops, I should probably also not die. I have the reduce your health at the start of the game thing, but we will go ahead and hit ourselves level 5. But if you notice, so look at my AoE, and now look at my AoE, is the magic lens. I'm very glad that we got that magic lens as our first upgrade, is kind of broken in that it applies to our summon. And the reason it's so broken is our magic lens does damage based on our summon damage, and our summon does damage based on our summon damage. What do we want here? Let's go ahead and grab light weapons. And we're going for a pacifist run that's using all the things in the game that do damage based on our bullet damage. And that's why we're using the grenade launcher, because it has very high base damage. But once we get this magic lens leveled up, and once we get some summon damage going, it goes absolutely insane. Always just take anything. Oh, and I want to do a pacifist run without the dragon, because I feel like the dragon's a very popular part of pacifist runs. So let's talk about our character's damage here. So she does damage, like, based on our bullet damage, and then it gets multiplied by summon damage as well. But then if we're staying close, okay, awesome. I can't believe we just got this leveled up like this. So now look at this AoE, and look at that damage, 262, and that's gonna go insane because our summon damage applies to our summon, and then it applies to our summon again at a 2x factor because of the magic lens. And we just have to stay close to our character. We've just got to stay close, and we're always going to be applying this. If here, watch, if I run away from it, you can see that it stops applying. So as long as we stay close, do I have to, maybe I have to, yeah, I think I have to shoot it through the lens or something like that as well. I don't quite understand the interaction fully. What if I do it like this? No, that seems to work. Okay, interesting. I thought it wasn't applying there for a second. Anyways, let's just farm up some experience, because we really do not need to be doing anything other than just standing here and killing stuff. Yeah. So I think for a good portion of the game, this is going to be one-shotting stuff. And then at sort of 17 minutes, we'll go and pick up some experience and hopefully get you a little bit of summon damage to kind of show you guys how it scales a little bit nutty. And obviously we do want to get, actually summon attack speed a lot more than summon damage, because again, right, like 200 damage is more than enough to be one-shotting stuff for a good portion of the game. I will grab haste. I am a big haste enjoyer. Okay, yeah, so I think I do have to summon it through the lens sometimes. I don't quite fully understand the interaction. We'll just pick up the Holy Shield as a reasonable little thing to have. Yeah. Okay, once I have it down, it looks like once I have it spawning in a huge AoE, then I can stop. And I think we'll do that boss down pretty quick there. And do we get it? No, we don't. So it kind of sucks. We obviously want to pick up the 3x. There's a attack 3 times faster and do 3 times more damage with this AoE skill. But yeah, we're gonna pick up enough summon damage that it really doesn't matter. With this increased AoE, it is insane. Obviously, if we got that, we would be way stronger, but we're already so strong that it just doesn't matter, right? We're already one-shotting stuff as it comes into us. So it's we would be one-shotting stuff slightly faster with that upgrade. It would be, for the bosses, it's definitely a huge DPS increase. For everything else, it's actually kind of pointless just because of how strong we are without it. Yeah, and so this is, yeah, this is it. This magic lens with the HINA skill is absolutely beyond broken. I think like in my last game, I was up to about 3,000 damage a hit, and this attacks like 3 times faster. So you can see here, I'll pick up this summon damage. How much were we doing before? I forget. But you can see here now we're doing 400 damage, right? I think we were doing like 2 something. I think we basically doubled our damage, right? And we've got quite a bit of headroom to increase our damage still. At 15 minutes, we'll go ahead and pick up this experience, and then we will go ahead and kill the boss there. Too bad we don't have our 3x. So there's one chest that gives 3x speed of this. And that is, I think it actually gives like more damage too. Ooh, there we go. Love it. That's actually huge for us because that is going to be a lot of extra damage for us. And then this is some bullet damage. And you can see here we are up to, what are we doing there? We're up to 600. And yep, there's some damage. Ooh, that's tempting to take, but I think attack speed is really all we care about. Excuse me. Oops. I'm just trying to see how fast we can kill him. There we go. Pretty quick, pretty quick. Should have dodged that though. That's all right. What do we got? Nothing useful. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Because there's the summon damage, and then there's also a bullet damage one tome that are both good for us, and we would like to get both, but that's okay. I don't know that we're gonna have any kind of problems here with this. But it does mean that we potentially are not going to get our damage up to the 3,000 mark. We might have to settle for, you know, like 2,000 or something like that. A little bit sad. Okay, and now I think it's just a little bit slow at this point in the game, and then we've got the eyes coming out. Thank you, a little bit of health. I guess we were about to hit level 15 anyways. We would have got some health. So I'm just gonna kind of like cycle around, moving and placing my little AoE thing, because I'm not sure exactly how it works. It's something to do with how close I stay. So like, can I go out to here? No, I've got to stay like within this weird little circle around her, and I can kind of move it around. But if I go outside of it, right, you can see that the AoE goes down. What do we want here? I will just take blazing speed. And then also if oh no, okay, one sec. So, okay, no, I don't have to be aiming through my lens. I thought I had to be aiming through my lens to apply the first one. Looks like I just have to be staying kind of within this AoE around it. And as long as I stay close to my little summon guy, we get the big version. So that's nice to know. I've got to be very careful with my dash, because I'm really bad about just dashing and like, yeah, dashing into enemies is kind of my problem. 1 minute, sure, that makes this a little bit more survivable, and everything else there is just not particularly helpful for us. So let's grab this experience. We got a bit of a chunk over here. Yeah, so this is what I was going for. Wanted to show you guys as a sort of overpowered build, and we're gonna keep pushing this even more. So are we up above 1,000 damage now? Ooh, almost, even higher. And this is essentially like, you have to think that this is basically 3 times weaker, at least 3 times weaker than if we had gotten the one chest there that gives us 3x speed, and I think it gives us more damage. We'll see when we get it. I am not sure. I've not actually played this character that much. Yeah, we just got to stay in this little zone around her. I think it feels like what it is I have to stay in the kind of the original AoE of the skill, and then it applies, if that makes sense. Like these sort of, you can see the default AoE if I run out of it. I guess we just take the summon damage 15%. Sure. And that gives us access to summon mastery, which I don't know if summon mastery might actually decrease our damage because it reduces our bullet damage. You know what? I don't think so, because I think because the You can see that it goes crazy too. The summon damage is going to get applied twice because of our lens, and also it's going to get doubled again, right? But normally the summon damage for any of your bullet damage type skills, the summon damage actually reduces your damage getting summon mastery, because there's a lot more summon damage available than there is bullet damage. And so if you have one multiplier that's higher than the other, and you take away from your lower multiplier and you increase your higher multiplier, it is going to be overall damage down. It's sort of your classic math, like, oh, if you want to build a fence and maximize the area type question, right? Same idea. Whoop. Yeah, would love to have that double attack speed, but yeah, I don't think it really matters. I keep doing this thing where I try to fire through it because I feel like that matters, but it actually doesn't. Yeah, again, not the highest experience farming because of that issue with, like, as monsters come in, we want to kill them as soon as possible, and that's going to maximize your experience. But yeah, kind of crazy in terms of strength overall. It does form a much more satisfying experience, don't it, though, because it's much tighter. You get this very tight experience, don't it, where everything's like, we don't need any pickup range to pick up all that experience all at once. And we will do that there, as we normally do, kind of at the 10-minute mark. When those stronger guys come out, I say stronger, but it actually really doesn't matter because we're still going to one-shot them. And then I think when's is it like 8 minutes or 7 minutes we get access to another chest? There's that one boss that's just insanely easy that you kind of forget about because he's so easy. I think that they should make whatever the next boss is, like, I don't know, give it something that makes it harder or more unique, because it feels like it's just a bit of a damage sponge that doesn't really do a whole lot. And now we will switch over to the big guys with wings. It's a very satisfying little experience, Stone. I will say, I do enjoy that. I almost just want to, like, spend the rest of the game here just in this little circle, but we will run into the 5-minute boss who will give us trouble. So bullet damage, absolutely, we will take that. What's funny is stuff can go through the lens multiple times. That's why you occasionally see that, like, super big ball coming through. Okay, this is bullet damage. We'll pick that up. And what else do we got here? Ooh, in the wind. That gives us bullet damage as long as we don't get hit. And obviously we're not going to be getting hit. So there's summon damage. And so I'm curious whether or not this... So we were doing about 1,000 damage, right? Yeah, so I think we went up slightly in damage, which kind of makes sense, given the fact that the lens applies that twice, and then we get it applied to our base as well. So that makes up for the fact that it is it's increasing a multiplier that we have a lot of, and it's decreasing a multiplier that we do not have as much of. So normally that would be bad for your damage overall, but because one of our multipliers basically applies once normally and then once at a 2x factor, it ends up balancing out. Yeah, it is kind of funny when the balls go through. You can kind of like try to move around so they go through twice. They go huge. I'm wondering if I can actually get it to, like, if I like walk with the balls, I can get it to apply a bunch of times. We'll mess around with that because that seems kind of fun. Sure, this holy shield thing is kind of, can I like run into those balls and get them to? No, maybe not. Okay, I can get them if I run into the balls, we can get them to go up like in size. That's kind of fun. Yeah, this magic lens. So and the more that I play around with the magic lens, the more I'm like, I wonder what else we can do with it, right? But I think this is just actually kind of like broken, not like intended. But that's kind of fun to find those things. Ugh, I hate this part of the game. So I'm actually going to be focused less on killing here and more on running away from the red balls. And yeah, my real issue is I'm going to, yeah, see, dash when I don't mean to dash, right? Is I have to make sure that I do my little guy there when I mean to. So there's that boss. There's the boss I always forget about. And I think he'll go down reasonably quick here if we can get that going off. I really wish we had that 3x upgrade because he would totally melt. And there he is down. So yes, it has an extra 25% damage, but now we attack 3 times faster. So as you might imagine, that goes a little bit crazy, but we do have to be mindful of these annoying ass little eyes. So I'm going to be focused more so on dodging them for the next little bit here until we get to the point where they are not part of the game anymore, which is my favorite part of the game. What do we take here? I guess we just go for penetration. That gets us towards assassin, which is like theoretically more damage, right? But yeah, very happy that we got that out of this chest because I didn't want to wait all the way to the end to get that. And this is absolutely crazy here. Let's walk down, kill some of these eyes off, get them out of here, come back there at that 5-minute boss. But I think, when do they disappear? Do they disappear at 7 minutes? I want to say that they disappear at 7 minutes for a little while, and then they come back there at that boss. But I think we will go through that boss, and I think we are going to kill that boss relatively quickly. Let's make those bigger. Come down here, got a couple of them, kill them off. I am a little sad that we did not get both of the curses we wanted. So there's a summon damage curse, and then there's also a bullet damage curse, and we ideally would take both of those, would maximize our total DPS potential. I'm like, oh, I was about to say I want to do a summon run with the ghost and the lens, and do it as just a 1 summon, but the lens actually counts as a summon, so you can't do. There's the one meta progression thing where it's like, okay, those eyes are gone now, beautiful. There's one meta progression that gives 50% bonus attack speed and 50% bonus summon damage, but that only works when you have a single summon. And since the lens counts as a summon, we can't really like do a combo of the lens and the this is a very satisfying little ring of experience that we're making. Anyways, yeah, we can't do that like if you're using the lens in one other summon. But interesting, I wonder if the 50% damage applies to the lens. So you could potentially do a build where you use the lens as your summon and get that 50% damage, which then gets multiplied again. So that's an interesting option to use. That sort of meta progression is use that in conjunction with the lens to get you a extra 100% damage out of it. So I'll maybe look at doing that, taking advantage of that. This is just I'm very satisfied with this ring of experience that we're building up here. I'm very sad that in a couple minutes we're gonna have to move and the boss is gonna come and ruin my ring of experience. But that's okay. It is eminently satisfying. Yeah, so the next boss I think is just, I think that the next boss is probably the hardest, right? But I think we're gonna be okay just because of how much damage we do, right? And we just are not gonna have to spend that much time dodging stuff. I don't know how much damage the boss actually does, so let's go ahead and see if we can't get more damage. I don't know actually that there's that many upgrades for us. Might as well take HP. Rest of it is useless. Assassin, I guess, is technically pretty good. It's about a 25% damage increase, but I think we've got basically all the bullet damage, right? Yeah, pickup range is more useful than that other stuff there. That is damage down, and I guess, yeah, we take here the excitement. I think we've run out of upgrades that are useful for us, right? Like, yeah, more or less. I guess glare is like kind of useful. Oh, we can use this with our ghost is like kind of fun, right? Yeah, so let's see how quick do we kill this guy off. Gotta be careful here with all these guys coming around. I think that that was a decent speed, right? Not the... I was about to say not the fastest, but maybe that is actually the fastest I've killed that guy off. So this is... So the Tomb of Power, we'd love to get the Tome, sorry, of Power, and we'd love to get the Tome of Summoning. We're definitely going to take the Summoning one, because that, again, that's damage is going to get applied a couple times. Also, the attack speed. So we're up to 2,400 damage, yeah. So we would be up at about 3,000 if we had both of those, but that's life. You can't win them all. We got ourselves we got the lens pretty early on, so we definitely cannot be complaining about that. And then ideally, I think these eyes disappear pretty soon, and we can start building ourselves up a satisfying ring of experience. I wish I could get rid of the ghost, because the ghost and the knife kind of ruins making a perfectly clean ring of experience. But that is, yeah, I think we're basically out of useful upgrades. So let's go ahead and take Pyromage. Is there anything useful under here? No, that's all useless. Yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. Whatever, we'll take Pyromage. Somehow that feels less useless than the other ones. I guess all the upgrades... Oh, there's another... I always forget about this boss. What is the upgrade that we're missing? Invincible during your dash. So that is very nice to have, actually. And it also does our bullet damage. I think that is quite a nice upgrade. But yeah, let's go ahead and build ourselves up another little ring of experience here. And you can see that, you know, this is hitting probably like, I want to say like 4 times a second. So we're doing like 10k damage in this massive AoE. And yeah, that's basically it. That's basically the build. And I think potentially there's maybe some other stuff in the game that might be broken with Magic Lens. If you have tried it out and you know something else that's broken with Magic Lens, I'm trying to think of something like, I think if you were to have enough like projectile speed. Yeah, I don't know. Because it's like, I think with everything else, you actually do have to shoot through the lens. One of the big reason this thing's kind of overpowered is that you don't actually have to do that. Because shooting through that little lens while you're trying to move around is kind of a little bit difficult. Whereas we can just kind of sit here and right click every couple seconds, and that keeps our big old AoE up doing insane damage. I guess, yeah, maybe you could maybe do something with the ghost, right? Because it's doing 400 damage even without, like, that's not even max size, right? We could go through and get it a little bit bigger with our lens, but I would move around, but I don't actually want to ruin my nice little donut here. I'm gonna try to make that as well defined as humanly possible. But yeah, so now I think we've got the harder guys coming in now at 2 minutes. We start to get the people with the wings coming through. And they've got sort of that interesting mouthpiece. And yeah, they also get one shot. Surprise of the century. Oh, I forgot about that. I completely forgot that the guys that to be honest, I was drinking coffee and I was just only using my mouse. I forgot about the red balls. What are we taking here? Oh, we'll take Anchor Point in case I get hit again. We'll do a little bit more damage, which looks like it might happen here. I take Glare, I guess? I don't know. Okay. And we're just getting so much experience now that it's like super laggy. More range, sure, why not? Okay. Whew. That was a little laggy here now. Sure. We definitely cannot take Splinter because we've got ourselves the grenade launcher. I guess maybe we could. No, I'm not bricking this run the last minute and 34 seconds here. That was quite a lot of experience there. Okay, we can take the fireball, sure. Doesn't really matter. Nothing of consequence left here. I guess I am invulnerable during my dash now. That makes it a bit less likely that I will brick myself by dashing into these guys like I normally would with dash. And we'll just kind of wander around killing stuff now that we can no longer build up our experience donut. It was very satisfying, but I think we got it to a pretty good place there. Run and gun, I don't know. None of this is useful, but we'll take run and gun. Oop. Seems like we're invulnerable for like a little bit after the dash too. Interesting. Like I think I can almost time it where even if I'm standing still, I cannot take damage. Yeah. I don't know if it'll work with the shield. Maybe not. It's kind of hard to time. I was trying to see if I could use the dash while standing still to avoid getting hit. Yeah, I kind of can. So if I right click right when those balls are coming in, I become invulnerable for a little bit. So, I could have experienced donutted. Oops. Okay, it's not perfect. It's a little bit difficult to do, but that is possible. Good to know. Okay. Do we have the, I guess we could just grab that to heal up. So, okay, I gotta wait till one's actually about to hit me. We don't have very much time left. Yeah, so you definitely can. If you have a lot of them coming in at once, because you have like a dash cooldown. What if I just spam it? If I just spam it, will it keep me invulnerable? What do we want here? None of this, whatever, fire rate, sure. Can I just spam it? So I'm just spamming right click right now. I'm just gonna see if we get hit. Okay, we get hit, we get hit, we get hit. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Awesome, so yeah, that was the build. That's kind of what I wanted to show off, is that magic lens with that summon is, I think, I want to say bugged and extremely fun. So if you're looking to do an interesting run, I would recommend it. And the ghost interaction is kind of cool too, because you can kind of run through those projectiles a couple times with the shield. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching and have a great day. Please like, comment, and subscribe.